Hello, Spanish 2 families. I'm here today on the other side of the classroom to show you something that is really kind of central to what we do here in the Spanish classroom that I haven't had a chance to talk to you about yet. And that is our big question bulletin board. It's really a whiteboard, but we call it a bulletin board. So every unit, when we begin a new unit, this board is blank except for our big question. And we just finished a unit in Spanish 2 just this last week. And that unit was on hobbies and sports. But in addition to just learning the Spanish words and, learning how to read and write and all the basics, right, we also like to organize our learning around kind of a central question or idea. So in our last unit, our big question was, how do people use their interest in hobbies and sports to influence others or improve their communities? So going a step past just learning what the words are to talk about this very real topic that kind of transcends the Spanish classroom. And just to give you an idea about some of the things we talked about, some of the things we did, we used it as an opportunity to study some Hispanic celebrities, people that some of my students didn't even realize had Hispanic roots or had family members who spoke Spanish. We talked about people like Demi Lovato and America Ferrera and George Lopez and Mark Anthony and Christina Aguilera. We talked about how they're using their hobbies and their interests to start foundations and do activist work or work with organizations like PETA or like the World Health Organization, the World Food Organization, to take food to people that need it around the world. We talked about Jon Rahm, who is on the PGA Tour and using his interest in golf and philanthropy to start a new kind of circuit almost for young people to get into this the sport of golf and to be part of that. We spent a couple days on a man named Luis, who is from Colombia, who recognized the fact that there were rural students in his area that didn't have access to books to do homework or studying or learning. And so he decided that he was going to make what we call a donkey library, a biblioburro. So he loads up his donkeys with all these books and he travels several kilometers to these rural areas, and he makes sure that those kids have access to books and learning. Along with that idea is when we decided to do the book drive for Spanish 2. So we have some new books coming that will benefit our Spanish students in the classroom, but will also benefit some of our ELL students, the students who are coming here from a Spanish-speaking country and kind of need those in-between texts that are still in a language that they understand. We ourselves had conversations about what we like to do and what we don't like to do, just starting that awareness of what are my hobbies, what are my interests, how might I use those things to influence others or to help my community in the future. We also did presentations, right, where we shared with each other how often we do things, allowed us to find similarities between us and our classmates. And again, just trying to think through what are our hobbies, what are our interests, and how might we use them now and in the future to improve the lives of us and the people around us. So I'll be taking this bulletin board down now, but we'll be putting up a new question to take us through our next unit, and I'm really excited to see where we'll go from there. Ciao.